Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to the Go Home Show, to the Danger Zone pay-per-view. My name is Darren Jacobs. I might have already said that. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on right now, but we are kicking off tonight's show with some in-ring action. The general manager is away on business today and therefore he will not be in attendance tonight. But that isn't going to stop us from putting on a great Go Home show for you all tonight. We are kicking things off with Trevor Jackson. And Trevor Jackson, oh my god! Trevor Jackson all the from behind. And Jake Griffiths was supposed to be his opponent tonight, but looks like Jake Griffiths gonna get an early start as always. And this has become too common now for Jake Griffiths, trying to get an early start on his opponents and trying to make life easy for himself by not having to compete in the ring as much as possible. And right now, he's feeling the wrath of Trevor Jackson. Both of these men have big matchups coming up, so this is very risky from both men to be battling on the outside like this. Jake Griffiths, of course, being part of the Cruiserweight Championship triple threat match that will be there. And, of course, we also have Trevor Jackson competing for representing Fight Night as he goes one-on-one with Oliver Regem. And these two fighting on the outside, causing damage. And this match might not even get underway. And these two battling on the outside here. Jackson just in pure defensive mode. Griffiths just trying to make sure that he doesn't have to get in the ring and actually have to do a full fight before the pay-per-view. And he's made to pay tonight with all that. But Jake Griffiths ready for the pay-per-view. Well, another match ruined by Jake Griffiths. And that's an interesting way to start the show. But I guess now we're actually going to start with some actual action, because we're going to have a very short show if this continues to be the trend. Coming down to the ring is someone we haven't seen in quite some time in Loki and Noah, the Vikings of Destiny. Now, with all the emergence of these new teams coming into Fight Night, such as Oxley and James, Chaos Twins, the Death Ninjas, they have been falling back in the pack for a little while, and so they've taken some time out. They went back to their homelands of Denmark, and they went back to just rest up, to train, and make sure that they were in peak condition and ready to come back. And the general manager has called them back tonight, because the general manager has put them as a special request in the match with the Wolfpack. More specifically, the tag team champions of the Wolfpack in Alex and David. Steve will be at ringside. He is legally allowed to do so. But all three members will be in action tonight. Steve will be in action tonight as well in the main event. He will be going one-on-one with the World Heavyweight Champion Max Danger, the last member of the Wolfpack to go one-on-one with the current champion of the world, I guess, in Max Danger. And of course, at Danger Zone, these three coming down to the ring will be part of a big matchup. It will be these three versus Max Danger and the Blood Brothers. And if the Wolfpack win, one of them will be granted a title opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship at sudden death. If they lose, they have to defend the Tag Team Championships at sudden death to the Blood Brothers once again. Well, they've already defended once against the Blood Brothers, and they may have to do that again. And of course, there is also the added bonus is that if Max Danger's team is victorious in this match, which will be an elimination match, I can confirm. If they are victorious in that match, the Wolfpack, these three at the very least, will not have a stake for the World Championship for as long as Max Danger is the World Champion. And of course, Max Danger retained his title last week on Friday Fight Night against Peter Bolton, the Ace. But tonight, these two in action, the Tag Team Champions. Alex becoming more and more like King Sam every day, and you can start to see it now. He's really starting to take a leadership role here for his team. But they've all said it. Each and every one of them have come out and said they don't care who became the world champion. They just want their shot at Max Danger for what they did to their leader, King Sam. And of course, King Sam, missed by many people. We still have not heard from him. We haven't seen him in weeks. And we don't know his condition or anything. All we do know is that we hope he makes a speedy recovery, and from everyone here at WIW, we all miss you, Sam. That is for sure. And although people question the Wolfpack tactics in the past, they've definitely turned to a lighter path, very much fan-oriented now. I guess they were before. They always were bent on being the most entertaining and most, you know, formidable force in WYW, but they did have some unorthodox style of doing that. They definitely have become the victims more than the aggressors as of late, especially under the fire of the general manager. And Loki and Noah, this will be the first time going up against Alex Wilson, but they have had a long, long history with the Wolfpack, which stretch all the ways back to the trial era. So these two teams are not strangers to one another, and David going straight back to it. Of course, if you remember correctly, Loki and Noah, one of them suffered injuries as a result of the matchup between these two last time they faced for the tag team championships. Of course, Loki and Noah never held these tag team titles, but I'm sure they'll be very eager to do just that very soon, and what a way to get there than a win against the tag team champions, who will not be defending at Danger Zone, and neither will Max Danger, the World Heavyweight Champion. Two of the biggest titles in the brand right now, or at least the most prestigious ones, I guess, in contention. And look at Loki and Noah. They're off to a great start here, really just powering through here, and Loki is definitely getting this one off to the start that they'd want. And we know how powerful the Vikings of Destiny are. Pure, vicious fighters. They've got that vicious knee strike, the pair of them, that can get it done. And of course, they have the beheading. They can wrap up the match at any time. David crawls away while Loki was taunting. And in comes Alex Wilson for his first taste of the power of the Vikings of Destiny. And he gets taken out. And the Vikings of Destiny will be returning to regular action. What a kick there by Wilson. And another takedown there with the clothesline. And this time can keep him down with the knee. Oh, but look at that. He manages to tag out. And back in comes in Noah for the first time. And Wilson, oh, caught him there into a snap German. Very nicely done. He had to bridge all the way around there because Loki was coming thick and fast there. Oh, look at that big knee, though. And Alex Wilson not backing down from the threat here from the Vikings of Destiny. I'm sure he's had plenty of tape to study on the Vikings of Destiny, and Wolfpack rivalry has been one of the greatest in history. And right now, you can see the leftover hatred for one another rekindling. But these two, of course, never even met Alex. They probably don't even know who Alex is. But they've been told tonight to come down to the ring and remind everyone why these two were trial-era tag team champions. And remind everybody why these two were dominant forces. And remind everyone why the general managers put their faith in dealing with the Wolfpack tonight. And remember, only Max Danger is in action tonight. The Blood Brothers are not. So the general manager trying to keep the other team relatively fresh, whilst trying to also make it a little bit easier when they face the Wolfpack at Danger Zone. And of course, the Wolfpack with an amazing 6-man tag team record, of course, only losing one match in 6-man tag team conditions, and that was against Team Fight Night. And that should tell you all you need to know about the Wolfpack. Basically unstoppable when they want to be. Oh dear, oh my god, and Wilson was about to be met with the knee strike, and he did well to sidestep it. And now into the corner. Oh, flies over the rope. Manages to strike an elbow. And look at this. This is an impressive display here from Alex Wilson. Wilson does very well indeed. And now desperately trying to make the tag there is Noah, but he couldn't get there in time. And now to the corner again. Might be setting up for the super kick. Lining it up. Big kick in the corner. And the Wolfpack hyping up now. You can see David playing to the crowd. And into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Noah and pick up the win for the Wolfpack here tonight? Oh, God, that was close. And sensing a little bit of ring rust here from the Vikings of Destiny, who are doing whatever is necessary to capture the championship. Doing whatever is necessary to pick up a win over the champions is what I meant. Try to get him up again. Well counted again by Wilson, who is in great form here tonight. Of course, the Wolfpack hell-bent on revenge right now. Revenge for all the ambushing they've been having from the Blood Brothers and from Max Danger. All the ambushing that happened to King Sam, which has kept him out for so long. Another snap suplex. And of course, it's going to be weird. The first ever, Royal Rumble. And right now, none of these guys actually stand to be in it. The Tag Team Championships, of course. The Tag Team Champions in David and Steve will be tag team champions then. So, and of course, champions will not be admitted into the match, as mentioned prior. Oh, now in their corner, that's a dangerous place to be. Loki comes back into the ring. Big kick to the gut. Oh, and Oki just straight away gets him up on the shoulders, and right now, Wilson's suffering as he's dealing with the power of the Vikings of Destiny. Of course, he hasn't even been met with that knee strike yet. And speaking of which, there it is! That vicious knee strike! Oh, look at this! And looks like Wilson didn't quite go down as easy as they thought they would there. But now lining up for something bigger. This could be problematic here for Wilson. The beheading! Right to the neck! And into the cover of the leg drop. Is that going to be enough to put away Wilson? The referee was so slow to count, he didn't even get a count off by the time that David came to the rescue. Oh, look at that! Suplex onto Wilson, and he rolls out of harm's way. That's going to hurt. Well, the Vikings of Destiny in control right now. They're back with a vengeance, and now look at David on the outside! Powerbombed onto the steel steps. And Noah, who is the legal man now, is tagged back in. Has him in the corner, well escaped there by Wilson. Wilson by himself right now. He has no other options, no one to help him. And he's got to deal with the power of them by themselves. And now look at the strength here on display. This is why they were such a dominant force for so long. It's why the Wolfpack had to do several attempts to keep these guys down and keep them away from the Tag Team Championships. Beheading again. This could be the end of Wilson. There it is, the beheading. This time the leg drop from Loki. And into the cover. And once again, the referee really slowed the count, but I don't think David's coming to his rescue. Oh, Wilson kicked! Wilson kicks out at 2. And how the hell has he done that? And now David, trying to save his teammate, went for a power slam, but he's counted it into a DDT. And this is not what the Wolfpack need. They can't afford to have heavy fire like this. Oh, look at this! Double team! And a bit of confusion there on the double team by accident. I think he's hit the wrong guy there, but still. Now looking for the flip over DDT. Oh no, it's caught. Caught before it could happen, and a big bit of confusion. Now Wilson comes out the worst of it. Big knee strike. And straight away brought back to his feet, and Wilson trying to fight back. Oh no, gets caught into the roll-up. The Vikings of Destiny just trying to steal this one if they can. David breaks it up at 2. David having to keep this match alive. Alex Wilson must be running on fumes right now. Nothing much left in the tank, but we know Wilson, the heart of a warrior. If only he'd have shown this in the Road to Glory tournament, probably could have gone on to win the thing. Of course, I mean, everything worked out in the end, coming the first person from the Road to Glory tournament to win a championship. Beautiful takedown there by Alex Wilson. And needs to tag out, and does immediately. His first real opportunity to do so. David into the ring, and Steve just watching on here on the outside. And Steve obviously eager to get in some in-ring action. He's in the main event of the evening tonight, up against Max Danger. And he'll be the last member to face him. Oh, they went for the super kick there, well caught by Loki. And the Vikings of Destiny have come back really, really strong here. Knee strike not doing quite as much damage as it used to. But they are following through with some really strong offense here. And they are keeping themselves in control of this battle. Not even David is keeping up. Of course, David picked up minor injuries as well in his battles with the Vikings of Destiny. The Vikings of Destiny always leave a mark. They always do the damage. And now playing to the crowd. The crowd very excited to see them back. It's always good to see a good familiar face come back into the series. And whether or not these two we're going to see much of coming onto the road to Insomnia, we'll have to find out soon enough, I guess. But maybe there's a potential spot in the Rumble for them. That'd be interesting. Imagine these two monsters coming into the Rumble. And a beautiful move there, followed through with a senton by David. And now into the cover. Oh, and Loki was... Noah was really worried there. Didn't think he was going to kick out, so he helps his partner out. And the Wolfpack. Did you see David's face there? He almost sensed it. He almost sensed it. He knew that he was worried there. And now the package pile driver onto the knee. And now following through with a full one. No sleeping with the Wolves tonight. He just wants to wrap this one up. Try and keep his partner fresh if he can. Package pile driver. David hits him with it. One after the other. And straight into the cover. Is Noah going to be able to get in there and break it up? Yes, he does. Only just. Alex Wilson gets there, but he just gets there a tad too short. And unfortunately for the Wolfpack, they can't wrap this one up. Remember, they can't afford to be in the ring for much longer because, of course, They need to try and keep themselves as fresh as possible for danger zone. Tag is made, back in comes Alex Wilson. Oh, it looks like David's going to hit one more package pile driver before he goes. Package pile driver, and he rolls through into a brainbuster. Very nice combination, nice sequence there. And now Wilson starting to feel it as well. The Wolfpack have turned the tide in this match, and they're looking phenomenal. Neck breaker into the cover. Is that going to be enough to wrap this one up? No, and it's a 2 count. Very close. The Vikings of Destiny on the back burner again, and this is the problem with the Vikings of Destiny. They can't wrap up a match in the early stages of that match. That's when they start to slow down. That's when they start to lose their grip on the fight. And now in trouble here, super kick in the corner. Very nicely done again by Wilson. Might line up again for the flip over DDT. Might go for sleeping with the walls. What does he have in store? Bringing him back to his feet. Oh, well taken out there. Avoiding the kick. I don't know why I said taken out. I meant well avoided. And now tag is made. Very wisely so again. Back in comes Noah. What can these two do? Oh, lifting them up here. Oh, and a massive boot to the jaw. And the incredible teamwork again from the brothers from Denmark. And these two ready to get back and eager to make a big impression. Alex Wilson's head has been targeted a lot here. We could see blood if it continues. Especially that vicious knee strike. If they can connect cleanly with it. They haven't quite got the connections that they usually do with that knee. But still pressing forward. There's a Pele kick. That's what they needed. And now Wilson might be going for the bitter end instead of the flip over DDT. Spins him around. Can he connect? Got him! Bitter end and into the cover. David's going to be able to stop the intervention, and the Wolfpack survive. Well, the Vikings of Destiny, they just can't seem to ever get one over on the Wolfpack. But tonight, it didn't matter. Alex Wilson once again pulling through for the team, and he is growing more and more every time he steps into that ring. Alex Wilson, a tough contest tonight, but all 3 members, or 2 of them survive. Steve, of course, still to compete tonight in the main event. But they are back, and they are growing stronger and stronger, and this must be the most worrying thing to see for Max Danger and the Blood Brothers, especially when so much implications are on the line at Danger Zone. Will the Wolfpack be able to stand united at the pay-per-view of Danger Zone, and will they get themselves a title opportunity for their team? I guess we'll have to find out. We've still got Steve to go in the main event, so let's move on down the rest of the card. We'll get closer to that point. Today, I should have stood in front of you as the television champion. Instead, I stand here today, once again, at someone else's jealousy, costing me a championship. Hale, I trusted you as a tag team partner, and you failed me. Then, and now, because my success has been constantly better than yours, you deprive me of the TV title. So I will deal with you personally. At Danger Zone. I will put you in the hospital, and then after that, I'll be coming back for my TV title. You can blame me all you want for the Four Corners match, Cashman, but I will recall you being in the one-on-one situation at the end, and you were the one who was pinned. And then you got rewarded with yet another title match? I wasn't going to stand for it. I deserve to be the champion. I am the best but yet I am constantly overlooked. But they will all see at Danger Zone when I put you out of your misery, and then I will be the one to go and take that title from Big Willie. Enough of this crap. Danger Zone marks 198 days as champion. And if you two think you can take me down, then why don't you make me in a triple threat match at Danger Zone for my television title? I'll take both from you and I'll destroy both of you. Cause my name is Big Willie and I got a big After the embarrassment of last time, you dare challenge me? I thought you wanted to reach a 200-day championship reign. My mistake. In that case, I accept. This is going to be my greatest triumph. Now not only can I take out Hale for good, I can take your title as well in the process. You have been warned. Both of you have been warned. I will walk out the winner, and when I'm done with you two, you will both be begging for mercy as I will become the new television champion. Next up tonight, last time we saw this match was a title match. Funny how things have changed in such a short period of time. First woman down to the ring is Laura Stables, and she'll be taking on one of her biggest enemies, or biggest threats to the title, at least until Shannon came along, in Tashley, as a warm-up in preparation for the tough task that is coming her way. She knows she's going to have a tough task against Shannon, who looks to be in great form coming in to the Danger Zone pay-per-view, but this is her rematch course. She knows she can't afford to lose it, and if she does, that could be the end of her stint as the women's champion, and she has been a dominant women's champion until this point, and things have slipped for her in a drastic way after that loss that she suffered to Shannon at Lockdown. And now at Danger Zone, she gets a chance for redemption, but tonight she has to survive the glowing star herself, someone who shot to the top and just couldn't make the jump, unfortunately. It is Tashley, someone who I got to imagine is making her rise to the top once again very soon. She has been in phenomenal form, and she has an impressive record against Laura Stables. Unfortunately for her, she just couldn't win when it mattered, and that was when the championship was on the line. And for Tashley, I'm sure she'd love to go back and get another shot at the Women's Championship. Maybe even take a crack at Shannon if Shannon can retain. But for tonight, she has to deal with the threat at hand. And the threat at hand is Laura Stables, someone she knows very well and she knows how to beat. But the question is, will she be able to? Remember, Laura Stables, of course, getting a warm-up here for the Danger Zone pay-per-view, which is going to be a tough one on her. She can't exactly take it easy. And I'm sure she ain't going to take it easy here tonight on Tashley. Two friends with two bitter enemies. Friends are the worst word to describe them. And look at this, straight into a head scissors here. Just going to straight away work on her here. Look at this. This is a very unique movement here from Laura Stables, who is off to a great start here. Trying to lock her away and make sure that she doesn't escape this killer grip that she has. Oh, she's trying to flip over one more time, but finally Tashley finds a way to break out of that unique hold. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, what happened there? And it looks like Shannon has made her down to the ring, and that's distracted Stables. That's distracting the referee as well. Shannon distracting her here. What the hell? Earthquake! Earthquake! What is going on? Tashley's leg is stuck in the ring. I believe she just hit the leg drop, though. into the cover. Is it going to be enough to put away Stables? No, it's a 2 count. And is it going to stay like this for the rest of the match? Please tell me that it's about to correct itself. No, she's going to be fighting with one leg in the ring. That's fantastic. And as we get closer to Insomnia, I hope these problems eventually patch themselves out, I swear. And we seem to have restored it. She left the ring wisely and freed her leg. Clearly she was in discomfort there. She couldn't quite land the leg drop properly because of that, and that's only why she got the 2 count. But almost getting the win over Stables very early on, as Stables is distracted by Shannon, who's giving her a reminder that she ain't going to make life easy for her when it comes to Danger Zone. These two, Shannon and Laura, they've worked together pretty well to begin with. It was just a friendly rivalry, but things have escalated to the point where neither one of them even want him to make it to Danger Zone. But Stables, of course, we know, a very dominant woman, very powerful and very capable of surviving under these type of conditions. We've seen it before. She starts off well, someone distracts, she gets hit with something big, and she goes on to win the match anyway, because we know that's what she's capable of. Longest reigning Fight Night Women's Champion in history, and of course looking to become a 2-time champion this weekend as she takes on Shannon Austin for the Fight Night Women's Championship. And right now taking her frustrations out on Tashley, who got a little bit of an advantage with the assistance of Shannon's music being played. And you'd think the referee would stop falling for this now. It happens more often than not these days. The music plays, no one comes out. All they do, and they're behind them, and they're just never paying any attention to anything. Clearly, the referees need to be paid a little bit more just to make him want to work a bit harder. Alternatively, we'll sign some new ones, but the ones we had before not doing much better. See what I mean? How long did it take him to realise that Tashley had just gone into the cover? Tashley finds a way out at 1, though. And now into the cover. Now with an eye rake. And we're getting closer and closer to tonight's main event. It's been an interesting episode, to say the very least. Big match against the Wolfpack. Big win for the Wolfpack against the Vikings of Destiny. Of course, the interruption early on prevented seeing Trevor Jackson get the chance to prepare against Jake Griffiths in the match to begin with. We've seen a little bit of trash talking as usual. It wouldn't be an episode of WIW without it. And now look at this. Submission hold applied. In serious trouble here is Tashley in the middle of the ring. She might have nowhere to go. This could be the end of her right here if she can't find a way out. Look at this, the elbows to the chest. Oh, and look at this. Oh, she's bridged into the cover. Very nicely done here by Tashley. Might be able to escape. And I think she just let her go. I didn't see a shoulder kick up. I think she might have just let her go there. Oh, and now look at this, an eye rake of her own. And this is what I'm saying. These women very evenly match. Usually only 1 or 2 moves separate the two. But unfortunately for Tashley, it's usually Stables that land those bigger moves and wraps up the job. And now has her down on the floor. Already worn her down with the submission from behind. And now might be ready to put her away for good. Getting her up. Looking for the end of days. Big connection. In the middle of the ring as well. No rope break in sight. And Laura Stables. Oh no! Laura Stables thought she had it, but Tashley kicks out. She finds a way to carry on in this matchup. And look at this, looking to fly. Just going to try and continue the offense, but once again, the answer is no. And now, grabbing her by the neck. There's a neck breaker. And Tashley's still fighting back, refusing to give in here. To the top rope she goes, trying anything she can think of here to try and keep Stables down. The leg drop at the beginning didn't work. She's been wearing it down until then, but still hasn't got it. Oh, look at that. She almost ran into the drop kick there, Laura Stables. And now might pay the price. Big double knees. And making her pay for it. The big mistake that she made there. And now the Hurricane Rana. Tashley on a roll right now, but she needs to try and keep the control. Oh, look at that. Double stomp to the face. Playing dirty here, Tashley, as we know that she can. And now, bringing her back to her feet. Not going to waste any time. Not giving Stables the recovery time. Not giving her that satisfaction. Shot across the face. And now, has her a kick to the gut. What's she thinking here? Bringing out all the moves here tonight. Beautiful neck breaker there. Very nicely done indeed by Tashley. And now what's Tashley thinking? To the outside she goes. She's going to play to the crowd here. And the crowd, of course, not exactly consider her a fan favourite. But she is a fantastic fighter. And you've got to respect the work she does in the ring. She went outside to to brag, and now coming inside maybe to wrap up the job. Quite literally here, sunset flip. And for Tashley, this would go a long way in climbing her back up the rankings, hopefully getting her another shot at the Women's Championship very, very soon. But look at Stables. Her expression says it all. She believes in herself. And of course, we don't know what side of her is coming out of the pay-per-view. It could be the Princess Persona. It could not be. Look at that beautiful head scissor takedown there by Tashley. And right now, I feel like the Demon side is going to need to come out of her, because she's going to need to bring something big to the table. She's going to survive here. Because right now, Tashley is just being relentless. Just firing shot after shot after shot. And right now, with no response from Laura, she's no longer showing signs of life in this matchup. And Tashley's taking full advantage. And there we go. She finally finds a way to spring back to her feet, into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Tashley? I doubt it. It's close, though. It's a 2 count. That was actually closer than I anticipated it would be. Clearly, the earlier attempts at putting her away didn't get the job done, but they helped wear her down and slow her down slightly. But still, the one on the offensive, big backbreaker, flips over into a Russian leg sweep. Very nice combination here from Tashley. And now bringing her back to her feet. Stables still fighting on. It's always a war between these two. Neither side ever want to give in. And that's exactly what's happening here. We're seeing a classic case of it. Big kick to the gut. Gets her up. Oh, and a beautiful move there. She's not just done with one, though. And second one. And that's going to do some damage to the back. Oh, and that one face first. And now, ready to put her away with one more end of days. This surely will keep Tashley down for the count. Oh, wait, no. Tashley manages to slip behind. Very nicely done by Tashley. Now grabbing her by the throat. Look at the face of Stables. Trying to show she isn't scared of her, but I would have been at that point. Look at this. Gets her up. Oh, very nicely done. Reverses into a powerbomb. And into the cover off of the powerbomb. It's a 2 count. Always an amazing match between these two. They never fail to disappoint. Which way is this one going to go? And Stables has hit the majority of the bigger moves, but Tashley has had the majority of control here, and she might be close to wrapping this one up at any moment. Spins her around, trying to get her behind for something. She couldn't do it. Now she's behind, and now that might be problematic as she's lifted up here. Oh! Massive face buster! And Stables gonna taunt. She knows that did the damage. Look at Tashley. She doesn't even know where she is right now. Oh, but she's definitely not gonna want to be up there. Oh, wait, she finds a way to break through and crossbody. She still keeps going. Tashley, that glowing star spirit, just refusing to give up here. And she continues to fight on despite Stables trying to fight her way back into this match. And Stables now spins her around again. Might be looking for that chokehold. She's gone for it again. Can she lock it in? Yes, she can. This is close to the ropes, though. Tashley might be able to find a way to get there. She can't. She can't. She taps. Tashley taps out again to Stables. And I believe that's how it ended the last time those two came around. And Laura Stables picks up a huge victory. Coming into the Danger Zone pay-per-view. She had to fight hard for it. Tashley just would not go away. She wouldn't back down for a second. But in the end, Tashley just can't get the better of Laura Stables, and she pulls off the victory here tonight. Well, she's done it tonight against the former #1 contender. But tonight, on Sunday, she has to do the same again to Shannon Austin at Danger Zone to walk out the first ever 2-time women's champion of any belt right now. Can she do that, though? Can she make history at Danger Zone, or will Shannon continue to cement her legacy as one of the greatest women in all of WIW history? Let's move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, 2 rivalry matches in the place of a fatal 4-way. We avoided doing the tag match as best as possible because they can get a little bit repetitive at times. So we're trying to keep it fresh, and that's why the Fatal 4-Way is in place tonight. First man down to the ring, Dino D, who has a date with Danger Zone himself against one of the scariest and most tough guys in the business in John Cutter, in what will be an amazing match between the two. Last time out, these two faced each other. Dino D actually came out the winner, and that's what triggered John Cutter to pursue him further and try and beat him down. John Cutter, of course, eyes for the world title, and I'm sure Dino D in the long term wants that too, but he's getting closer and closer to doing it. Since moving to Fight Night, he has been in phenomenal form and in great shape. And excuse me there, I just knocked the mic, but he's been in great shape, and now Dino D needs to try and turn that into some victories at the pay-per-view. Can he do that tonight? He's going to get a taste of John Cutter tonight, but the question is, will he be able to walk out the winner? Because he's got two other men to deal with as well here tonight, one of them being the Demon, who is scheduled to unleash the ultimate PJ McNair, whatever that may mean. It's going to be happening this Sunday at Danger Zone. And we haven't been told much by PJ McNair. He says he wants to keep it a surprise. But for PJ McNair, he said this is his ultimate form, that he will be a new man come this Sunday. And he'll be almost unrecognizable. And to be honest, I think the change should be welcomed by PJ McNair, because it's been a long road for him. The Demon was supposed to help him grow stronger and grow in force. And of course it hasn't done quite that. He hasn't really had the success that he would have liked, or that we thought he might have done when he came into the company. But looking to pursue further and trying to get more success. And that is why the ultimate PJ McNair is close to appearing. And I'm interested to see what on earth that actually means. But what else I'm interested in seeing is what this man has in store for the pay-per-view. It is the monster from the Illinois Correctional, John Cutter. What a monster this man has been since splitting off with his tag team partner, El Murica. He has been unleashed on Mayhem, and he has been causing so much on Fight Night, and he has been wreaking so much havoc, but he just can't seem to capture the big one. He can't get his hands on the World Championship. He can't get his hands on the TV title. He's struggling to find a place right now, so what he's doing is just taking his frustrations out on everyone. And unfortunately, the latest person to find that out was Dino D, but Dino D retaliated. He fought back and actually managed to pick up a victory against the big man. And since then, John Cutter has been on a warpath to try and get some redemption for the loss that he suffered to Dino D, and he will be hoping to do that at Danger Zone. One man left to come down to the ring, and I believe not coming down in the face paint again. No, that's correct. Wilson Woodward, who last week's Mind Games helped him pick up his first victory in quite some time, but Wilson Woodward knows he can be a top star. He knows what it takes to be one of the big names in the company. And tonight, he steps in the ring with the goal of doing just that, proving his worth here tonight, and of course, getting himself some preparation and some early shots in for when he takes on PJ McNair at the upcoming pay-per-view. Of course, he is the first to meet the ultimate PJ McNair, but after the last time these two faced, McNair has a lot to worry about and a lot to be concerned about, because McNair has never faced he's faced Woodward before and now knows what to expect. Can he use that and gain the momentum coming into the pay-per-view? And no surprise to see the two rivalries already brewing here, and no one's wasting any time to go for the other. Dino D going straight for John Cutter here with a 450 splash, charging it up on the jumping position, and Dino D just working away on him, while Woodward has PJ McNair pinned up against the ropes right now, onto the middle rope. What's he thinking here? Oh, look at that, there's a leg drop to the back of the head. And Wilson Woodward is flying out the gate. Meanwhile, Dino D in the opposite corner, there's a drop kick, and then he flies as well. Woodward misses the elbow and rolls out of harm's way for the moment. And now McNair is going to pursue Dino D. John Cutter a little groggy on the ropes, so he has the space here to take advantage of that. Dino D now rolls out of the ring. Now the Demon. Okay, no, he decided against rolling out of the ring, instead rolled through the ring. And now these three in the ring, Woodward back to his feet. And Woodward going straight for Dino D and takes him down with an inverted facebuster. And now look at this. What can John Cutter do up here against PJ McNair? McNair, I don't remember the last time he actually encountered the Demon, John Cutter. But I can't imagine it was before the ambush. And now look at this, Dino D and John Cutter with a mutual understanding here, it seems, taking out the competition almost, getting rid of PJ McNair and Wilson Woodward. Oh, wait a minute, what's he doing here? Oh, suplex toss into the runway, into the ringside area. Big impact there. And now look at this. The two rival matches burst off again. Oh, and using the barricade for leverage there. McNair trying to get revenge and making him pay for everything that happened the last time out between these two. And now there's a neck breaker. Meanwhile, on the ramp, a mile away from the ring right now, John Cutter continuing his ambush on Dino D. Remember, this match has to be won in the ring, and that's exactly what McNair's throwing Wilson Woodward in there to do. Of course, Wilson Woodward with a win against McNair last week. This week, a chance to make it 2 wins against McNair. And of course, you could do one more at the pay-per-view and make it a triple threat. Make it a triple threat of victories. But now he's in trouble because the Demon is trying to make an equalizer here happen. He has him in the ring. There's the drop kick. Shotgun drop kick. Meanwhile, John Cutter tosses Dino D back into the ring. Has him down on the ground. And now going to show off that immense power and aggression that he has with a deadlift powerbomb. And now he's left alone in the ring with a vulnerable Dino D. Gets him up on the shoulders. That's not a good place to be here for Dino D either. And oh, look at that. Just drops him onto the ropes. And into the cover. Straight off of that. Into the cover. Is that going to be enough? It's only a 1. And, Wilson Woodward and PJ McNair too concerned with battling each other to actually come in and help Dino D out. But Dino D breaks out anyway. Now Dino D needs to mount some offense. Excuse me. Went for the military press there, it looked, and couldn't get it. Into the cover he goes. I think McNair was lining up for the coup de grace, but couldn't quite get the job done. And now, with his back turned, Dino D is hit by McNair. And now McNair left alone in the ring with Woodward. This could be the moment he could wrap it all up here. If he can get him. The underhook. Brainbuster. Brainbuster by McNair. Into the cover. John Cutter. Can he get back in time to break it up? He keeps the match going. And straight away goes back for Dino D, who rushed in as well to try and stop the break, trying to stop the count from occurring. But now getting backed up in the corner by Dino D again. Getting backed up by John Cutter. Sorry, there's so much happening in the ring. It's hard to keep track. And now a Michinoku driver there by PJ McNair. And now Dino. Oh, look at that. A massive toss takes John Cutter to the outside. And John Cutter not used to being matched for power, but Dino D providing just that type of matchup for him. And now McNair once again has Wilson Woodward in the ring by himself. And he could use this and take advantage and score the cover. Wilson Woodward into the Northern Light suplex. Took me a minute there to think about what that was called, but got there in the end. And now Woodward drags to the middle of the ring. And a big kick to the gut. Trying to just wrap up McNair. These two have stayed in the ring. Meanwhile, Dino D and John Cutter, no surprise, they've taken to the outside. In they come right as Wilson Woodward getting ready to line him up here. Oh, was looking to land the brainbuster, the 1916 to PJ McNair, but instead he gets taken out. And now McNair looking to line up Dino D for the looking to line up John Cutter for the finish. Instead, he's going to get hit with the Uranagi. And now McNair trying to steal it from under the noses. Brainbuster! Brainbuster, the 1916. And into the cover now. Is this going to be enough to put him away? He got it! On his final night as the Demon, PJ McNair scores a fantastic cover there. Steals it from under the noses, and Dino D suffers a huge defeat. Well, there was the 1916 earlier, and a back and forth match, and that could have gone any way, but it was this brainbuster following the Uranagi on John Cutter that gets the job done. McNair, his final night as the Demon, sends a message. He couldn't get the cover over Wilson Woodward like I'd imagine that he'd want to, but on his final night as the Demon, he gets the win. But the question is, when the lights shine down on the Demon, on the ultimate PJ McNair at Danger Zone, will we be seeing the birth of a new potential star in the makings when the ultimate PJ McNair is born? Or will Wilson Woodward stop the ultimate one in his tracks from the get-go? We'll have to find out at Danger Zone, but it is time to move on down the rest of tonight's card. Main event of the evening, And it is Max Danger, the World Heavyweight Champion, going up against Stephen Thomas, a.k.a. Lanky Steve. Remember, of course, this could be a possibility for sudden death as well if they can pull off the victory this weekend in the big 6-man elimination tag team match between Max Danger and the Blood Brothers against all 3 members, or 3 of the 4 members of the Wolfpack. Of course, King Sam still nowhere to be found. God knows when he is expected to come back. We have not heard from him in a while. But tonight, it is Max Danger to step in the ring with the only member of the Wolfpack that he has not faced. He's beaten King Sam, of course. Had an easy job of doing that. Just went in and pinned him for the 3 count. Didn't really have to get his hands dirty in that one. But Max Danger beat King Sam. He also beat David, I believe. Oh no, he lost to David. Beat Alex Wilson. And now Steve is the last member of the Wolfpack he hasn't faced. Of course, Travis no longer a member of the Wolfpack, so he doesn't count. He's accompanied to the ring by the Blood Brothers, who are looking pretty happy to lead the World Heavyweight Champion. The World Heavyweight Champion has tossed them a bone here. He's given them a chance, because remember, if they win this weekend at Danger Zone, then they will be granted a title opportunity again at the WIW Tag Team Championships at sudden death. So a lot to fight for them, but even more to fight for Max, because he can have the threat of the Wolfpack completely removed with a win this weekend, as none of them will even be eligible to compete for the WIW Heavyweight Championship. The only person who would be eligible, I guess King Sam, because he didn't sign up for anything right now. And maybe that could be the opening for Sam to make an appearance, because he could come back at any time. God knows when he's coming back. But King Sam, we know, is always opportunistic when the time comes. But here they are for the 2nd time this evening. Steven, David, and Alex, the Wolfpack, the Fight Night Tag Team Champions. It's Steve, of course, in the ring, the only man not holding the title. And Steve recently, of course, came back from injury, faced Big Willie in an open challenge where Max Danger actually got involved and ruined the match for him, ending it on disqualification in a match he could have easily gone on to win and become the television champion and dethrone Big Willie right before Big Willie's big day of hitting 200, which, of course, if he can win on Sunday, Big Willie actually will hit 200 days as the WIW champion, television champion. So history about to be made at that pay-per-view, one way or another. But these guys looking to try and get the Wolfpack back on top and try and get them the World Championship back. And of course, one of them will get that opportunity if they are to walk out victorious this weekend at Danger Zone. And which one will step into the ring, I don't know. Maybe it will be Steve, because he's the only one not holding the title. Or maybe Alex will give back the title to Steve, and Alex Wilson will go on to capture the world title. I'm not too sure, but they need to make sure, no matter what, that they do not lose. Because if they lose, then they have to defend the tag team titles, and they are never to go for the World Championship again. Bell rings, and away we go. And no surprise to see these two start off with a collar and elbow tie-up. Two experienced people here in WIW. Max Danger, with a big attitude change since coming back. Spent a bit of time away from WIW, while even though he was missed the Money in the Bank, he spent some time off of TV, helping his dad through his recovery, and his dad back in the Performance Center. He might be making an appearance very soon, but we're not making any promises. Of course, we might not be expecting him to re-sign here with the WIW. I guess we're in contract negotiations with Chris Danger, but maybe Chris Danger might be deciding whether it's time to pack up and move on with his life. His son, now a World Heavyweight Champion, first ever Money in the Bank winner, making records here in WIW. Maybe, just maybe, he doesn't feel the need to carry on and let his son carry the legacy of the Danger family for him. Of course, he's been a fantastic world champion. Hasn't defended often, but when he has defended, he's done a great job, of course, winning at Lockdown in the Elimination Chamber match to be the first person ever to successfully retain in the Chamber. Of course, he was followed shortly by Aaron Albright, who managed to replicate what he did. But that doesn't take away the impressiveness of the win. Irish Whip went for a big jumping knee there, couldn't connect, and instead hit with an inverted Frankensteiner. And Steve has to roll out of the way. No surprise there at all that he had to sidestep that one. Now back into the ring. And now onto the ropes. Max Danger World Heavyweight Champion Steve, former Tag Team Champion, longest reigning Fight Night Tag Team Champions in history. Alex and David trying to continue on their legacy. David, of course, with combined reigns, most time ever Tag Team Champion, and of course, with combined reigns as well, longest reigning Tag Champion ever. Of course, now with 2 different partners, Alex being his second partner, and David becoming the Tag Team veteran, and now that gives Steve the opportunity to push for these single titles, and that's why I'm thinking maybe that we could be seeing this match again at Sudden Death. Maybe that will be the decision for these guys to make. Maybe they'll have to fight for it. We've seen the Wolfpack fight for opportunities in the past. We've seen them fight each other over less before. Remember that brief period back in the trial era where David and Steve had a match against each other to stop their arguing with one another when it looked like the Wolfpack might be coming to an end, but they say it's Wolfpack for life, and they are determined to stay by that and make sure that they cement their legacy as the greatest team ever to form. And they've done that before, and they've captured every title at one point here on the Fight Night brand. And the World Heavyweight Championship is what they target next. And look at this, super kick from the World Champion, sending a warning to the Wolfpack, and now Steve is in trouble. He's down on the floor. He could go for the max lock, or he could line him up for one more big super kick, one more big push to wrap it up. Steve just going to try and carry on fighting through here, trying to hook the leg. Gets him. Oh no, he gets his legs hooked up in his own. And look at this, Max Danger using the ropes as added leverage. Oh, nearly steals it. But now Steve flips into a cover of his own. And now Max flips it back over. Steve is in trouble. Oh no, he gets it again. He gets it again. And Danger able to power out and just roll out of harm's way once again. This time, Steve's not going to wait for him to get back into the ring. Oh, look at that. Fall away moonsault slam. What a move by Max Danger. Showing that natural cruiserweight instinct. Maybe the heavyweight champion, but we all know his cruiserweight origins. And now look at this. Steve trying to work away on the champion. He's slowing down here because he is under heavy fire and under heavy pressure from the world champion, who I'm sure might be happy to just take the count out win here tonight. Wouldn't surprise me. And now look at this. Oh! Swinging neck breaker onto the corner of the steel steps. The count is rising now, and Max just going to take what he can get. Is he going to wait for him to get in the ring? Oh, the Blood Brothers, they're on the outside. They could get in trouble if they get involved. Steve's too groggy. He might not be able to continue. Can he get back in time? Count of 9. And he's back in. And Max Danger waited for him to get back, and he waited too long there. Steve trying to get him for the suplex again. Once again rolls through, and again in trouble. Max Danger might be able to take the win. 2 count. And Steve just can't get anything going here. Max Danger would counter off the counter, and he's making him pay for all these mistakes. And Max Danger might not be far away from wrapping this one up now. Big suplex, a darting suplex as well. And now Max Danger lining up for another super kick, potentially. Or he's just going to wait in the corner, maybe waiting for the running knee. Maybe that Danger family knee that was developed later into Chris Danger's career could be coming into play here. He's waiting for something. He's waiting for Steve to get back to his feet, but what does he have planned for him? He charges. They want a drop kick. Waiting for him to get back up for that. And the World Heavyweight Champion in complete control right now, showing why he is in fact the World Heavyweight Champion. Now has him down. Kick to the back again. Max Danger. Now going high risk. Looking to fly. Oh, look at that. Full 50 senton. Or 630 as it were. And now Steve is down in the middle of the ring. This could be it for the World Heavyweight Champion. Is this going to be enough to get him done? Yes, it is. Max Danger scores the victory. And that means the only person in the Wolfpack he hasn't got a victory over is David. But he gets the job done. Here tonight, the Blood Brothers celebrate loudly at ringside. And that was a match pretty much controlled by Max Danger. Tried to do anything he could to get the win, including several roll-up opportunities. But in the end, that big 630 senton gets the job done. And he's managed to score the victory over the only member of the Wolfpack he is yet to face. The world champion has done it again in singles competition and says to the Wolfpack that he is ready for them. He's ready to take them down at the pay-per-view. And a big victory here tonight, but the question is, can they repeat that success at the pay-per-view this weekend? And will they be able to keep the Wolfpack away for good? at Danger Zone, or will the Wolfpack find a way to do it and get themselves a shot once again at the World Heavyweight Championship? We'll have to wait to see. But that is going to wrap up tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I think I said that twice. Doesn't matter. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.